like to take this time to say thank you to those of you who have supported us and allowed us to be in Ukraine in this past year.
We look forward to interacting with you more this summer so that we can share with you the ways that God has used your support this year, and also talk with you about ways that you can be involved in our ministry here in Ukraine next year as well.
This past year in Ukraine has been one to remember. Cassie and I got married May of last year, spent our summer raising support, and then moved to Ukraine in August, just days before school started. Neither of us had ever taught before, and I didn't even major in education. So many new experiences crammed into such a short period of time. We arrived at Kiev on August 17, 2013. For the first month, we lived in an apartment of a missionary family we knew who happened to be out of town, while working and looking for an apartment. After a month of searching and living out of our suitcases, we found a great apartment for us. The biggest hurdles, next to finding an apartment, was adjusting to city life, not being able to speak or understand the language, and having to take public transit any place we needed to go. We missed the simple things like American food. Despite these adjustments, we began to feel settled in. Then November 21st came, the mass protests against the Ukrainian government, specifically against Viktor Yanukovych, president of Ukraine, for saying no to any further European Union integration. The protests were peaceful and consistently held every weekend. Clashes began between riot police, loyal to the president, and protesters throughout December and January, and by February, events took a turn for the worse, and many were killed in Kiev. Cassie and I chose to evacuate to Budapest during this time. Soon after we arrived in Budapest, President Yanukovych fled the country, and Kiev formed a new interim government. The people of Ukraine are a patient, long-suffering group of people. We admire their determination and peaceful attitude. They have a lot of challenges facing them in the immediate future, and we ask that you join us in praying for a free Ukraine and for the church in Ukraine to be a testimony for Christ in these trying times.
I had a great year at KCA this year, teaching 8th and 9th grade English, 10th grade Bible, and a middle school newspaper class. I also worked as the National Honor Society advisor and was able to accompany students on several different trips and projects. I'm excited to return next year to KCA as the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade English teacher and continue my work as the National Honor Society advisor.
This past year at KCA, I taught 7th grade Bible, multimedia class, I worked on the yearbook, as well as many other elementary computer classes. This next year will be a different year for me. I will be working with a team of missionaries in Budapest as their graphic designer. I'll be working with them online to complete different graphic design projects that they have to help their website be ready for launch. The name of the ministry is React, and this team focuses on using social media to get people to go out into the communities and serve people for the gospel.
Hey, I'm Kyle.
And I am Davide.
We run the organization Rebirth, and we're based out of Budapest, Hungary. We're an international group of people, and our focus is to pioneer mission initiatives.
At the moment, our main focus is the development of a social network that aims to connect churches, organizations, and people from all over the world to the social needs in their local area and to the global mission.
It's great to have Nate on board with this project because he came at a time when we were already praying for people, and it was just a miracle that we managed to meet him. So we really look forward to this collaboration with him.
And we're looking forward as well to see the platform finally take off and see the result and the fruit out of this.
So yeah, keep in touch and check out our website.
We'd like to be transparent with our budget so that our financial supporters can see how we're using the money that our supporters are sending us each month. Each month we spend $625 on rent for our apartment, $500 on food and other household supplies, $200 for evacuation insurance and medical needs. Transportation, we spend about $75. We spend $70 a month on our apartment utilities, and our cell phone and internet bills are about $30 each month. In total, this comes to $1,500 each month. Sometimes we have financial needs that arise that are outside of our monthly budget. This summer, we're hoping to buy 2 new laptops that will help us in our ministry and work here in Ukraine. The total cost we're hoping to raise for these laptops is $2,500. If you're interested in helping us out with this cost, you can visit our GoFundMe page and donate to the designated fund.
Once again, we'd like to thank you all for your prayers and support as we recently finished our first year in Ukraine, and we'd love to spend time talking to any of you more about our ministry in Ukraine.